Hello, today is 10/6 of 25, and I am here with a video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. If you're new here, my name is Christy. I changed my diet to a high protein, moderate fat, low carb diet in April of 2024. So it is currently 9:30. I have just made myself some coffee, which I made with a half cup of Fairlife whole milk, a serving of Naked Whey isolate protein powder, and a serving of collagen peptides. I'm also going to have a donut with it. This is from Conscious Comforts, which is a local bakery in my area that makes gluten-free, sugar-free donuts. Today we're going to have lunch. We'll leave around 11. We're going to go to Chick-fil-A, and I am going to take with me some chopped avocado and chopped bacon. So I'll just chop these up, put them in a bowl, and then I will get a 12 count of grilled nuggets from Chick-fil-A and just kind of eat it like a salad or a bowl. Um, and then for my dinner, I am going to have leftovers. I have some leftover like spaghetti sauce that want to use up. So I'm going to have that with like some konjac noodles and maybe like a salad. I've got a bunch of chopped items that I'll have just like a Caesar salad with. But I also today want to make a couple of breads. I hope I can make both of them. I'm going to start by making a pumpkin bread recipe. I want to try it out to see if it's something that we want to have at Thanksgiving. This recipe for pumpkin bread is really simple, so I'm excited. I hope that it turns out really well. I have 200 grams or 2 cups of almond flour in here, a tablespoon of baking powder, a quarter cup of granulated sweetener. So I use a monk fruit allulose blend, a half teaspoon of salt, and a full teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. The recipe says you can use cinnamon instead if that's what you want to use. So now that I've got all of these together, I'm just going to mix them up a bit just to kind of give them a head start before I add in my wet ingredients. Okay, so for my wet ingredients, I need to add 1 cup of pumpkin puree. And then I'll get that in my bowl. And we need 3 eggs. All right, and then we'll just mix these up. Okay, so I'm going to bake this at 325 degrees. The recipe says for an hour on the middle rack. My pumpkin bread is just about ready to come out of the oven. It smells really, really good. I probably won't be trying it today. The recipe says to let it cool completely before trying it. That's really how it's best. And just because of timing, I probably won't eat it until tomorrow, but I will stick my opinion in afterwards. So I've decided that since this is just about done, I'm going to need to use my oven for the other recipe that I am making. I'm just going to start on that other recipe. So I am making a flax meal bread. The reason I want to make this is to use like in as a replacement for bread. Like I want to make some sandwiches later this week, and so that's why I want to make this recipe. So I need a quarter cup of flax meal or ground flaxseed. And then I need 3/4 of a cup of almond flour. Which I'm glad I need just my small measuring cup because my 1 cup measuring cup just doesn't fit in here. And then I need 1 cup of grated Parmesan. So that's what I have here. Yes, so I will just use this 4 times. So if you haven't guessed, this is more of a savory bread. It's going to have some spices in it. I need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then I need a tablespoon of seasonings. And the recipe says, kind of whatever seasonings you want. I really want all rosemary, but I just don't have enough rosemary to have a whole tablespoon of rosemary. So I'm going to use as much rosemary as I have. And then I'm just going to fill the rest of my tablespoon with some Italian seasoning. I need 2 teaspoons of sweetener. So I'm going to use my monk fruit allulose blend. The original recipe calls for stevia. And then I'm just going to get these mixed together before I add the rest of my ingredients. Okay, so for the rest of the ingredients, I need a tablespoon of olive oil and 5 eggs. Yes, 5 eggs. It's a lot of eggs. Okay, so I'm going to get this together, and it says just to mix it with like a wooden spoon, so we'll see how it comes together. Okay, so this is what it looks like as it's come together. So it really is more of the consistency of like the pumpkin bread rather than like a bread dough that you would normally think of. And I'm just going to get it into my parchment paper lined loaf pan. Okay, and then the recipe calls for a tablespoon each of whole flax seeds, sunflower seeds, and pumpkin seeds. But I know my family isn't going to like those seeds in there, so this is not the one I need. I'm just going to add some flaxseed because we will enjoy that. I just don't think we're going to enjoy the other seeds in it. And I don't even think I'm going to use a whole tablespoon either. Like I'll try to get some everywhere, but yeah, I think we're only going to use probably like a half tablespoon. All right, this is what my pumpkin bread looks like right out of the oven. I am going to allow this to cool. I do want to make a like frosting to go on top or a glaze, but I'm probably going to wait until tomorrow to do that once it's fully cooled. And in the meantime, I will get my other bread in the oven. I guess I should say I do need to increase the temperature. The temperature for this bread is 325. The other bread is 350. So I'll wait for that to get warmed up. My flax bread is done. It looks amazing and smells like so good. It's got this nice like crust to it. It's nice and firm here. Oh my gosh, it smells and looks so amazing. I'm super excited to try this. I'm going to let it cool for just a little bit and then I have to try this one right away. I've cut myself a slice, but I wanted you to see kind of what the inside of it looks like. So it looks really good. It does look a little eggy. So I'm a little concerned about that. I'm going to try it now and then I will also try it later. So I just kind of wonder if um, the egginess might go away a little bit as it like cools down. So we'll give that a try. But first, I'm going to try a bite. The flavor is nice. I really like the mixture of like I can taste the parmesan and I can taste the seasoning. I like that. The it is a little eggy. Like it kind of tastes a little bit eggy, feels a little bit eggy, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna to like give my final judgment just to see what it's like once it like cools down a bit. But the flavor is fantastic. So I've made myself a quick little glazed frosting here. I used a half cup of powdered sweetener. This is monk fruit allulose blend. A little bit, like a tablespoon of almond milk, unsweetened. Um, a quarter teaspoon of vanilla extract and a quarter teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And I am going to spread it out. I just kind of want to give it a head start. Okay, so this looks so delicious. I think I actually have to try it now. Okay, so the bread itself is good. It just feels like it's lacking a little bit of flavor. Like I'm kind of craving some sweet with it, but I didn't have any of the glaze on top. I wanted to like kind of taste it on its own. Yeah, and the glaze definitely helps. I just wish that the bread did have more flavor, like more pumpkin or more spice. Like maybe just adding some more pumpkin spice to the mix, like maybe that would be enough to kind of amp it up a little bit because it is kind of just a little bit just there. Yeah, I would definitely bump up the spice, I think. I went to the gym tonight and I intended to do an arm workout, but I really just like kind of felt tired. And so I decided that I would do like some cardio first to kind of warm my body up. That'll often like even if I just do 5 minutes, it'll often like kick me into okay, now I'm ready to like do some strength training, but it just didn't. And I think it just is part of kind of what I've been having going on where I just feel overtrained, really is what it is. And I think I need to do a proper deload week. I kind of did one when I was in Denver because I wasn't doing strength training, but I was still doing like a ton of cardio and still working my muscles. And I think my body is just like, enough is enough. So tomorrow I will start and I will do a deload week. So I'll still do some cardio, but I'm gonna bring it way back. And I will do strength training, but I'll only do like 40% of the amount of weight that I would normally do and not as many sets as I would normally do and really get a proper deload week in. Hopefully, I only need one deload week. But I just feel like my body is just really, really worn. And I don't like that. That's not good for me. I honestly am like, I don't even know why I've let it go on this long because I know this. I know that I should be doing these deload weeks. I had one planned, but was like, no, I don't really feel like it. But I need it and I should be doing it. And I'm frustrated with myself that I didn't. And now I'm at the point where it's like I'm really, really feeling it. So I ended up with about 1,800 calories today. My protein is 196. My net carbs are 25 and my fat is 96. I'm in a deficit of about 100 calories, and that's actually really good just because I am overtrained. I do need a bit more to be building back my body. So I'm glad that I'm kind of closer to maintenance today. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.